Hello and welcome to our time together. We all know the commandment, love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. We focus a lot on the first part about loving God, and we also focus an enormous amount on loving our neighbor. But what we don't do is love ourselves. Why is this? Well, one of the reasons that we struggle to love ourselves is because we're often so incredibly hard on ourselves. Think about the standard that you set for yourself, and think about the standards that you set for your friends and family. What do you expect of yourself, and what do you expect of others? And very often, we're incredibly hard on ourselves. If you look back over the last week and you think about the stories that you were telling yourself about yourself in driving in the car, when you were out walking, when you were cooking, what did you focus on? Did you focus on the things you did well? Did you focus on a really meaningful conversation that you had with a friend? Did you think about how beautiful the world is as you were walking? Probably most of you thought about the things that hadn't worked out that well. You told yourself that you should have been more assertive in a particular conversation. You listed all the things that you hadn't yet done. You worried about whether you're being a good enough mom. And so the list goes on and on. We spend an enormous amount of time berating ourselves. We spend a lot of time focusing on the things we still need to do. And we don't drink in the things that we have done. Now, for us living at the beginning of the 21st century, it's very understandable that we have these conversations going on in our heads. Partly because we live in the age of marketing and social media, where we are constantly being bombarded with ideas of who we should be, and that our happiness will be found when we have lost 10 kilos, or we will be more successful if we just spend more time doing something, or are more assertive. The list goes on and on. When you think about this particular passage, it ends with the idea, love yourself. Now, in Jewish thinking and writing, very often the key idea was held at the beginning of a letter and at the end of a letter or a statement, and the less important stuff was in the middle. So when we look at this particular commandment, love the Lord your God, that's the start, and the end, love yourself. Those are actually the two most important parts of this commandment, because we should love ourselves as God loves us. And from that flows our ability to love others. When you reflect on these ideas, think about what makes it difficult for you to love yourself, and then take those ideas in silence and in prayer and hold them before God. And try and allow yourself to see you as God sees you. To allow yourself to focus on all that you have achieved, the meaningful conversations that you've had, the kind words that you had for others, rather than all the things you were not able to do. Allow yourself to focus on that which makes you the beautiful person that you are, so that you can love yourself as God loves you.